Chapter 2 Microsoft Windows 7 The Control Panel. In this chapter, Control Panel, changing date and time settings, changing taskbar and start menu settings, changing mouse settings, changing sound settings. The computer has various parts which are controlled by the CPU. So, the CPU is the central controlling unit for the computer. In the same way, Windows 7 has various features and software which are controlled by its central controlling unit called Control Panel. Let us learn about the Control Panel of Windows 7. Control Panel. As the name implies, control is to manage and panel is sort of dialog box. So, the control panel is a dialog box which is used to manage everything for the Windows operating system. It is used to make changes to various settings of the computer system. You can also control most Windows commands and features using various options in the control panel. To open the control panel, follow these steps. Click on the Start button. Click on the Control Panel to open the Control Panel dialog box. Fact box. The control panel is used to make changes to almost all the settings of our computer, including the functions of the input and output devices. By default, the control panel is displayed in category view. There are a total of 8 categories as mentioned in table above. To open each category, simply click on the category's hyperlink. Settings. Use. System and security. It is used for setting the overall operations and security of Windows 7. Network and Internet. It is used for setting the interaction between various computers connected to your computer. Hardware and sound. It is used to adjust settings of all hardware devices attached to your computer, such as keyboard, printer, and mouse. It is also used to control the sound settings of the computer. Programs. It is used to install or uninstall programs on the computer. User accounts and family safety. It is used to manage various users and store their preferred settings. Appearance. It is used to adjust the visual effects of our computer, such as how the start menu or desktop should look like. Clock, language, and region. It is used to change the date, time, and language settings of your computer, and also to change the region where the computer is being used. Ease of access. It is used by differently abled users. Some of the inbuilt features are text-to-speech and user input options. Changing date and time settings. Let us learn to change the date and time settings. To change the date and time of the computer, follow these steps. Click on Clock, Language, and Region. Click on Date and Time to open the Date and Time dialog box. The Date and Time tab is the default tab that opens each time the Date and Time dialog box appears. Click on the Change Date and Time button to open the Date and Time Settings dialog box, which allows you to change date and time settings of your computer. Click on left or right arrows to choose month and year. Select a date.
Click on up or down arrows to change time of your computer.
Click on OK to save changes. Changing time zone. To change the time zone settings, follow these steps. Click on the Change Time Zone button to open the Time Zone Settings dialog box, which allows you to change the time zone of your computer. Click on the down arrow to open the time zone drop-down list. Select the suitable time zone for your region from this list and then click on OK. Adding clocks for different time zones. You can also view the current time in any 2 cities of the world along with your home city. To add clocks for different time zones, follow the steps shown here. Click on the Additional Clocks tab in the Date and Time dialog box. Select the checkbox Next to show this clock and select Time Zone from the drop-down list. Enter a display name, for example, Chicago. Select the checkbox Next to show this clock. Similarly, follow step 2 and 3 for the other clock. Click on the OK button. You can see a monthly calendar and the additional clocks added by clicking on the time clock displayed at the bottom right corner of the taskbar. The display of the calendar and clocks will appear as shown here. You can also change date and time settings of your system by clicking here. Updating system clock with Internet time. Windows 7 also gives an option to update your system clock automatically with an Internet time server. This option is available under the Internet Time tab in the Date and Time dialog box. No more. In 1981, Chase Bishop, a computer scientist, designed the first model of Windows. It was announced in November 1983, but Windows 1.0 was not released until November 1985. The first version of Windows released in 1985 looked as shown above.